Yo, what's up, everybody? So, just got off work. Finna go kick it. Do what I usually do after leaving work. Fuck. So, I haven't made a video, or at least posted one in a minute, but I felt the need to kind of comment on how I see not mgtow growing and what's been going on throughout the manosphere as far as mgtow is concerned. And there's a lot of new content. There's a lot of new content makers, and I'm liking that. Hopefully Barbarossa comes back. Stardust has been making some good videos. Like I said, I like the groundwork. I like groundwork for the metaphysics of mgtow. I think his channel is really good. I think his channel dives into the why of mgtow or mgtow related things, and not just saying, hey, this is a problem, this is a problem with feminists and stuff like this, or traditionalism. It kind of explains the why and not delves more deeper into the what is going on, which I think is dope. I think you need to look at things from that angle. And I'm starting to see, the thing I like about Groundwork's videos is that it doesn't come off as being a victim or how gynocentrism has created this great injustice. And I think with a lot of manosphere-based YouTube content producers, that sometimes we put out this thing as if there's a problem. We put out this air that we're being attacked. And I don't want us to become, and I think that's something that the MRA does. I think it's something that feminists do. I think it's a lot of people with grievances, I think they do that. They preach about being attacked. I think we've created this great victim complex within our society, at least Western society and on YouTube, that we put out this energy of, hey, we're being attacked, so we need to attack back. And I think part of my journey into mgtow, again, I don't speak for all mgtow, I speak for myself and myself only, that you figure out what the problem is, why this is a problem, and if it needs a solution, find a solution. And I think with what we've been doing as mgtow content producers, if we're going to push this, I think we have a obligation, if we're trying to further mgtow or endear it more to possible new people in the mgtow philosophy and new content producers. I feel we deserve it to them, to give them more options of how to view mgtow instead of just viewing it one way. We all know the tenets of mgtow. Don't get into a marriage or a state-based relationship with man or woman, but definitely to be adverse to gynocentrism and to recognize it and not go along with blatant gynocentrism. I think we're all gynocentric to points, but I think as long as we stay away from overt gynocentrism, aka simping and white knighting, we'll be better for it. My big concern is that we grow within mgtow ourselves. Me, I feel that us taking on, as far as the gender-based groups, as far as feminists and men's rights activists and everything, that we take on a greater knowledge of why we feel some things are a problem, and if they pertain to us. And if they do, all right, bet, let's fix it. If they don't, then let's leave it alone. Like simping, it doesn't hurt me. It used to piss me off because I used to think, why are these niggas doing this? Like, why are they just out here blatantly simping, or why are they white knighting for no reason? Then I realized them white knighting is not stopping me from getting pussy. Them white knighting is not stopping me from anything, actually. It's just them white knighting. And so I'm cool with that. Like, I let them do what they do. Same with male feminists. I think they're hilarious in their blatant gynocentrism, but I don't hate them for I have no ill will towards them, because nothing they do affects me directly, unless it's a certain instance where white knighting has affected me, but recently it hasn't. I'm cool with that. I think part of the mgtow philosophy that we should be embracing is literally the going our own way, meaning leave some shit alone. Like, that's what that means. Mean some shit alone. Like, not everything is this feminist propaganda or where this whole traditionalist or gynocentrism is going to just lead us to our doom. No, if you let that lead you to your doom, then damn it, you let it lead you to your doom. But traditionalists, or the MRA, and men's rights activists and male feminists, they just have this view of that we need to change the world to fit our standards or to fit our ideology. And I think as mgtow, we shouldn't feel like that. I think we should feel like this is a system that we are in, and that's that. How do we move? This is a system that's been put, this is society. How do we move throughout society and still attain our goals? Because why are you going your own way if there's no goal? Why are you mgtow? That's one thing I kind of ask myself, or I kind of try to answer through people, or get the answer I try to get from people who claim to follow the mgtow philosophy. It's like, okay, what caused you to go to mgtow? And you can kind of tell if they're really, for me, if they say because of, most of them will say because of feminism. And to me, I guess a lot of people start out that way, but I've never really had any ill will towards feminism all like that. I've never hated feminism and then decided to join this movement that was anti-feminism. I'm not anti-feminism. I don't care. I'm indifferent towards it. But I can see why people would be anti-feminism, but that's just not me. My biggest thing was traditionalism. This whole obligation that men have to do this or we're not men. I'm not a man unless I go start a family and get married, just work and provide for someone just because they have a vagina, or protect someone just because they have a vagina. No, that doesn't sound like a good idea to me. It doesn't sound like it's something that would be fun. It sounds like a responsibility that would be mentally daunting. And at the end of the day, it sounds like wage slavery. Just like, oh yeah, the money you're gonna make, that's not your money. It's gonna take care of your wife and kids and all this other stuff. And then to me, that just wasn't something I was interested in. Even after I became married, it's like, you know what, this seems like a raw deal, and all I'm doing is getting exclusive, or quote unquote, or semi-perceived exclusive rights to vagina. That's my trade-off for all this hard work, all this stress, everything being on my head is I get to have sex with someone. Okay, just one person? That sounds like a raw deal. And so I'll let my marriage fall apart. And then I've gone on being mgtow throughout that. I think for me, I feel, and this is probably just going too my horn, I feel that my venture into mgtow is more true because it's not out of hatred, or it's just out of a distinct feeling of wanting to opt out. That's it. It's not like, oh, I hate feminism, what it's done to women, and women are no longer marriageable. Like, you can kind of tell those mgtow that are more MRA-ish by how they keep bringing up these problems that are just women, and they never hold women accountable. And they just think they don't really understand female nature. I think part of listening to Barbarossa and listening to Stardust and a lot of these, and CS mgtow and all these other guys that make mgtow content is that they understand female nature. They dove into it. They understand that gynocentrism is just that, gynocentrism. whether it be feminism, whether it be traditionalism, it's two sides of the same coin. I've never felt, and logically it just seemed to me like, okay, this whole love and marriage thing, love, all right, I like love. Love's cool. Love's all right. It endears. It endures. But to me, marriage, it just wasn't my thing. And I try to make my content video-wise to things that I explain and how I feel and how I feel about things. And how it may not be bad as a whole, but it's just not me. And you hear all these MRAs making videos about how we need men and women to get married and have children to prop up society. I'm an anarchist, and so if society falls apart, all right, that has nothing to do with me. Like, I do not give a damn if society falls apart or not. Not so much where I'm trying to push for laws to be enacted to either keep women from having abortions or taxes for married men. Like, just no, I don't have this innate hatred for all things feminism. Like, I don't even have hatred for all things traditionalism. I think, but we as mgtow need to figure out why are we mgtow? It's individualistic, but dude, like, if it's built off this thing of hate and you keep it there, I don't feel you're going to give yourself the ability to grow as far as a man in mgtow. That's kind of how I feel. It's just like, if it's just like, hip feminism is this great evil, you're not understanding female nature. I think mgtow have figured out female nature and have moved accordingly throughout the system that props it up. That's the best thing we can do, and that's the best thing we can do to other mgtow who are trying to grow within the philosophy, is give them tools to help them grow within the philosophy by not taking on this victim complex, by not taking on this I'm being attacked complex. There's a difference between people not liking, people not understanding, and people attacking. If people don't like mgtow, they don't like mgtow. It's probably not going to be liked by most people, which is why most people aren't mgtow, or don't like it, or don't. And then there's not understanding. There's people that they may not like it, they may not dislike it, but they don't know about it. They don't understand what mgtow is. They have a view of it, and because we haven't, the main content producers that are being pushed on YouTube by their own work, they've done great things, like Sandman Stardust, Barbarossa. They've put in the work to get their channels pushed as much as they could. They don't understand what mgtow is. And then there's attacking. Like, most of the attacks come from what I've seen, other men. Like, women, because guys will get past it. We'll be up, like, we can get past girls saying, oh, I don't like this. Well, we didn't expect you to. It's not for you. Like, it's not for you. It's not to make you happy at all. And for dudes to say, like, these men just opting out are just panties. Like, all right, bro, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. You should be happy because that's more women for you. But they don't get that. They don't get that, and I don't think they really appreciate fully what the philosophy is. But I would never say that mgtow are under attack for our ideology, because it's something we don't have to tell people. It's not like we get shirts or wear hats to say I'm mgtow. It's just that no one has to like it. So I'm out. Peace.